Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast, episode 54.
54! Not my favorite number.
Yeah, why would that be your favorite number?
Because it reminds me of the year my self was born. Surprise! You didn't know that you were friends with like a 60-year-old.
No, I had no idea.
I'm not good for my age, I think, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be a good judge of that.
Screw you, bastard.
Me and Fred are going to get these live feeds going up on our phones.
What's up, Chris?
Interact with our friends out there. Who's watching?
Christopher.
What's up, Chris? What's going on, buddy? I'm going to pull it up on Periscope. I'm very off-centered on Periscope.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a little more room if you want to scooch.
Let me readjust.
Scooch.
Turn the volume down on my phone.
The scooch over.
Alright, this one is the Periscope.
So we're here, there, and everywhere. Episode WWP, baby. So we're previewing Battleground.
WWE Battleground.
We're always previewing or reviewing something.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we complain about this all the time. It's fucking every 2 weeks with the fucking wrestling pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks. So like, here we are again, doing this once again.
Again. Should I share this or?
Yeah, share, dude. Share. Do whatever you want.
Boom.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what kind of freaks show up to this party.
I think we have a viewer on the Periscope. We might have to address these these nerds.
These pencil neck geeks out there.
Yeah. All right,
maybe we'll see. We'll see.
All right, we're not going to waste too much time on the pre-show here. So, guys, we're going to go live with our actual episode of the Wretched Wrestling Podcast, episode 54, the Battleground preview. So, stay tuned. Let me get this ready. I don't think I have it ready.
This is my legacy.
This is my legacy. All right, guys, here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wretched Wrestling Podcast.
Booyah.
Fred always with the great input every week on this podcast.
The less the better, I say, Craig.
Guys.
The less the better.
Guys, we're here again, to discuss another WWE pay-per-view. 2 weeks in a row now.
Craig, I don't know if you noticed this, but we reviewed a show already, so I don't think that's true. We reviewed a show, so there's no more shows for another month. You didn't know? Right?
Fred, I didn't tell you. Maybe you should have noticed this, but no, there's a pay-per-view this Sunday, so now we have to preview another one. So we recapped.
Really?
Last week.
What is going on around here, people?
Dude, I mean, how many times do I have to say this? This fucking WWE pay-per-view schedule every 2 weeks, guys? Can you give us something to like build up and let us get excited about another wrestling pay-per-view? No, we're gonna have one every 2 weeks. And we're just going to throw them away for fucking $9.99 on the WWE Network.
You know what it reminds me of? Like, times a fucking 1,000 is when WCW used to do their Clash of Champions events on TBS. That was fun, though, because it was like, once in a while, folks, keyword, once in a while, it was for free. Exactly. They'd have a good main event. Well, maybe not a good main event. It was like Sting versus, like, fucking Shark or Avalanche or whoever it was.
Shark Boy?
I wish. It was Earthquake. Remember Earthquake?
How could I forget?
He had one of his illustrious, amazing fucking.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he never did anything illustrious out there.
As a shark or a mountain with snow falling.
Ooh, that's
get it? Earthquake, avalanche, natural disaster.
I got it, man. I totally got it. Wow,
that was a disaster.
They really brought it with the fucking creative teams back in WCW. You know, when we start talking about WCW right from the get-go, that you know that something's wrong in WWE right now, because we're making the comparison to WCW, which folded fucking 16 years ago. So yeah, so that's not a good comparison for WWE. So here we are, guys. We're ready to discuss WWE Battleground 2017.
Okay.
Fred, I feel like you've got there's something you want to get off your chest. I feel like there are some things that have been thrown out there by
the truth.
Let's just call it the other podcast, because
the others,
not like Lost. Kind of like Lost, because they were terrible. Now,
and it had no payoff. No, I'm just kidding.
This is to our friends. I don't even know if we can call them that anymore.
I wanted to say that I wanted to continue talking about terrible things. That's why I led with WCW. Nice. I wanted to talk about this now. Another terrible thing.
Good segue, bro.
Another wretched thing. So you go on, Craig. I apologize.
No, it's fine. I think
Let's explain what's going on.
Yeah, let's explain what's going on. The podcast, the Wrestling Nerd Alliance, they've been a frequent viewer of our podcast lately. Very active on Twitter. We're always going at each other.
Always harding them.
Always harding them. Fred's always harding them. I would say.
Harding them. Well, I heart very hard at them. If you mean that, like I push the button. I'm like,
don't do that.
I'm like, boom.
Don't do that.
Like, hard as I can. Oh, okay.
Somebody's asking, when do we guys go live? Is the audio from the camera? No, we have microphones. We have iTunes thing set up, so you could just search for us on the iTunes store.
Yeah, and this is how
we're on all sorts of fucking media. That's how we roll.
But even when we're hanging out, Craig, not doing the wrestling podcast, we do talk to each other with microphones and a camera.
Yeah, we do.
We record everything about our lives.
Sometimes there's a pane of glass in between us too, because I can't get too close to Fred.
Well, when someone's in heat, you got to
Will Ricky Steamboat be in the main event? I tend to think maybe. You never know when he's going to show up.
You never fucking know. We'll speak about that later. You never know what will happen in the WWE.
My cousin says I think they should have a pay-per-view every week. I totally disagree. Thank you, Chris, for the input. That would be even worse, because then we'd be recapping and doing a preview on every show.
Yeah.
Instead of once a week. Yeah. Anyway.
Right.
So let's talk about the Wrestling Nerd Alliance. So I think I said something nice about them last week. They talked about us on their podcast saying we ain't right, and I thought we talked very genuine about them, very nicely.
Yeah.
I did. I think I did utter. I think AJ Styles' theme at one point. I said,
"You don't want none."
Yeah, they don't want none. Just
playful.
Playful. And apparently, I struck a chord because they took that to heart. And not hard, to heart.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Yes, they took the route not of me. They were not hard about it. And they must be fucking pianists because...
Pianists?
Because we struck a chord.
I got it. Nice,
guitarist.
Nice,
that would make sense. Yeah, so, I get it. Rivalry podcast. We're both wrestling podcasts. We're both shooting for the stars, if you will.
That's what we do.
We're all shooting for the better life. But I digress.
Mine's all right.
I digress.
Okay.
Me. No. Things started getting, I didn't like the shots I took at you first, Craig.
But wait.
Yeah.
No, can I say something? You FARVA? Really? I look like FARVA? I'm sorry. I mean, I know I'm not the best in shape guy, but you literally picked the most ugly character from any movie ever. Or you said, I look like FARVA from Super Troopers. Thank you. I think, I'm not in the best of shape. I am a father, so I don't take care of myself anymore. And I think that was a pot shot, and that was a low blow.
Meow, meow, meow. Craig, no.
Oh, okay.
Meow, just don't worry about that for a second, okay?
Yeah. I
don't think you look like him. Maybe if 100 pounds later, maybe we'll see about that.
Well, you never know.
So then, right, I think it went on, and apparently there's some competition in the air, because then they started Mr. Rob with 2 B's. He thinks he's so cool that he only needs 2 instead of 1 B. The extra B, you know what that stands for?
Butts.
I
like how you went with me on that one. Thank you. Thanks for the defense.
Bastard, because you went too far. You talked about my fucking chick.
Uh-oh.
My main squeeze.
Uh-oh.
The one with
Corey?
a capital C called Corey.
Oh, I did hear this. Corey is now apparently a...
What's up, Joe?
Joe DeBella's watching? What's up, Joe?
Took shots at Corey.
Corey, Fred's girlfriend Corey.
Yes, my BF. Best friend.
Oh, okay. Okay.
BF, yeah.
Yeah,
say, right?
I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Craig, that's the only thing it means. BF. There's no other.
Let's not get divided here because you and me.
Yes. Let's
now, and you know what? They took a couple of other shots. And this is where you cross the line, guys. This is the Wretched Wrestling Podcast. You guys started referring to our backyard wrestling names as Calypso and Johnny Shotgun.
I told you that in confidence, dude.
He told you that in confidence. Why'd you tell him that? And how'd you know I like Twisted Metal? There's no way you could have figured it out by my name is Calypso. Fred?
I get lonely at night.
Oh, God.
Sometimes Corey's not there, and she's working out late.
So you talk to the nerds?
I talk to a bunch of fucking nerds, basically.
Now,
well,
I'm not done.
You're not done. All right.
Now, I believe somebody referred to you as a lookalike Kevin Connolly.
Brad Pitt.
Kevin Connolly, actually. But it wasn't somebody on the podcast.
Or Brad Pitt.
It was on Twitter. No, it wasn't. Definitely not Brad Pitt. But it wasn't somebody from their podcast. So I love how Fred gets this like nice, endearing fucking compliment. Like, oh, you look like Kevin Connolly. You know, the guy from Entourage. Cool. Yeah. And he's an Islander fan. I mean, I'm the Islander fan. I mean, Fred is kind of an Islander fan. And I got fucking FARVA. FARVA? You know what? Them's fighting words, guys. And you know what happens when you come after FARVA? There's gonna be fucking cola all over your face.
Oh,
so,
snap.
What we're gonna do here, what we're gonna do right now, is me and Fred, we always feuded in our backyard wrestling days, but we never tagged together. So Fred, I think it's time for Calypso and Johnny Shotgun to join forces to take on the Wrestling Nerd Alliance. You're going down, bitches.
There's one thing to make fun of me.
That's one thing.
To make fun of Craig?
And to make fun of our valet, Corey.
Our valet, Corey?
Our valet, Corey.
The sexiest bitch I ever met?
Still debatable.
Oh, look at him. Now, okay.
Oh, look, they joined us on Periscope.
There's a run-in with goddamn Wrestling Nerds Alliance. What happened? There's only one person tweeting. The other person decided not to show up because they know their show sucks.
Oh, you know what? That's the funny thing. They can make fun of our appearance, or at least give you a compliment and make fun of me. But where are these nerds and their faces? I don't see them. Now you see, Fred.
Their logo's even a mask, dude.
They're masked with glasses on it.
Glasses. You nerd.
Come on, guys. I mean, all right. So I think we have a challenge out there for the Wrestling Nerd Alliance, and I don't care if you show up or not. We're challenging you to a SummerSlam face-off.
Boom! In your face.
A podcast wrestling face-off. We'll see you guys there at SummerSlam. Show up or don't. It's gonna be like when Vince didn't show up to his fight with Eric Bischoff, except we're hopefully not WCW in that one.
You never know where you're at. You know what? I'll check the fucking caves in Afghanistan. Oh, stupid.
Yeah, that was hard.
There's one thing, okay?
One thing.
When men team up against Craig and pile on top of him, I'm like, I can't stand for that. Okay? When there's a man pile, I am jumping in. And I'm getting all around with the men, and I am destroying them.
No.
The man pile's on at SummerSlam.
No man pile.
It's on! I don't know where I'm pointing to. But there's no handicap match. Equal men for equal people. I want in the man pile Rob, Cliff, or Ed, whoever I'm talking to. Ed, and Eddie.
Cartoon Network reference. Now
we'll get to see you folks later.
I want to throw one last thing at you guys. I mean, we're here live every week. We're here live. Where are you guys? You guys record your episodes on Tuesdays and release them on Fridays? What you guys doing in those fucking 3 days? You're fucking jerking it? You're jerking it off the Fred over here? Or Corey, maybe?
Well, I mean, I'm flattered, but, you know.
No, I didn't actually mean that.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe we should start talking about Battleground now.
The challenge is on.
Challenge is on. Do or die. We'll see you guys there.
Peace, homies.
Johnny Shotgun and Calypso aligned.
Challenge accepted. Rob said challenge accepted.
There it is on Periscope. Challenge is accepted. We will see you guys.
Didn't even wait to see next episode.
See you.
The challenge is on.
Okay.
It's on.
It's on, and you accepted it, so...
It's a battleground.
Oh, good segue to Battleground. All right, guys.
I'm sharp today.
You're very...
Destroy. All right, we'll see who destroys who, funny man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.
We'll see if Cliff even shows up to this.
So what's going on the Facebook Live? We have been kind of neglecting them.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Jen's on it. Hi, Jen.
Yes, Jen. Thank you.
Hi, Jen.
Brad Pitt, of course.
Yeah.
They call me Frad Pitt.
I mean, she also threw in the laughing so hard I'm crying emojis. And Chris is making a 3-on-2 handicap match. Oh, Chris will be on our side. So my cousin Chris is coming on to take you guys 3-on-3 or 4-on-4. How many guys do you have? Yeah, because you know what? I was listening to the podcast. I only heard 2. There was a guy who would like cough every couple of times, and he
would say moist stuff.
He'd say moist. Yeah,
moist.
It was kind of funny.
I kind of want to do that.
Where are you guys? We're coming for you. Anyway, all right, we should jump into Battleground. We wasted a lot of time with the Wrestling Nerd Alliance here.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay. So here we go. We have WWE Battleground this Sunday. We have 8 matches to go through. We'll throw this one out there really quickly. It's a pre-show match. Nobody gives a shit about it. Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English. I don't care. Ty Dillinger wins.
Ty Dillinger, and then where the fuck's Ty Dillinger been, by the way?
He had that good showing in the number 1 Contenders for the U.S. title match a couple weeks ago, but aside from that, that's about it. I love the guy. I hope they give him more opportunities.
It's amazing, like, even when he's not around, when they do a count-out, they always shout 10, because they want to see the guy who shouts 10 at people. Crazy concept, people.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And you know what? I actually do like Aiden English's gimmick right now. Just the singing going into the ring. I
think you've been a big fan of him for a while, though. You've always liked him.
No.
Really?
No, I hated the Vaudevillains.
Oh, okay.
I hated the Vaudevillains. But ever since they broke up, Simon Gotch got fired. I think Aiden English actually might have a little future here if he continues to get his cheap heel heat, which is working. So he's on the pre-show. He's probably going to lose, but I'm looking forward to seeing him in this match.
He was all right in the Fashion Files this week.
Yes, he was. The
Fashion X-Files, right?
The Fashion X-Files was so goddamn funny. I'm a big X-Files nerd, should I say. So I appreciated it more than most nerds. So we have a couple other matches to go through here. Where do you want to start off with, Fred?
Yeah, let's start with the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Sami Zayn taking on Mr. Power of Love, Mike Kanellis.
Yes. This will be fun.
Maria Kanellis in ringside.
Right. Now, they just had a match on SmackDown, which Mike Kanellis won. So, it's been an interesting feud so far. I've enjoyed it for the most part. Sami Zayn is just kind of like inserting himself in their absolutely ridiculous show of love on they actually referenced the Power of Love I think 2 weeks ago, and Sami Zayn made a Huey Lewis and the News reference. So Jen, hey, that one's for you.
I forgot the name. I was gonna bounce off you there. I forgot the fucking song that made fun of an American whatever the fuck it's called, Psycho. Whatever. Anyway, I've been loving their gimmick.
Right?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Hip Square.
It's so stupid. So basically, I've loved this gimmick since they debuted. What was that on at Backlash? I want to say at the last pay-per-view. I'm having such a bad thought. I don't think it's Backlash. Guys, help me out. If you tell me what the last SmackDown pay-per-view is. It's fucking pathetic that I don't remember. But
I don't remember
since they debuted, it was fucking awesome. I loved it. They just reminded me, like I told Craig before the show, that it reminded me of the one time at Talking Smack when the Miz and Maurice were laying on the table and they were just completely ignoring Renee Young while they were passionately in love with each other. And this is pretty much their gimmick now. And I love it, honestly. So I'm hoping that Mike Kanellis... I think Mike Kanellis needs to win here with some shenanigans involved. Maria.
Yeah.
I think the feud will still go on.
Yeah, I do tend to think the feud will not end here. I mean...
Money in the Bank. Thanks, Rob English. Are you the same Rob from...
Right, Money in the Bank,
Wrestling Nerds Alliance?
Wait a minute.
We only know one Rob with 2 B's.
That's definitely English. Are you related to Aiden English, by any chance?
That would be awesome.
So that'd be cool. I mean, we would love to have a guest on our podcast. I tend to agree. I think this feud's going to continue. I've really liked Mike and Maria together. And at the same time, I feel like they can't bury Sami Zayn so much. So, this is one of those matches where there's no long-term booking thinking here, so it could really go either way. Maybe this will be the opener, get Sami Zayn a victory. So I'm just going to go against you, not based on anything. I think the feud will continue, but I'm going to go with Sami Zayn just because Mike Kanellis just beat him this past week on SmackDown. So that's what I'm going with this.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Christopher Cruz? Now, he's saying, is Mike and Maria the new Miz and Maurice? That's interesting.
For the most part.
They got some similarities for sure, and now they're just beginning, so they could sprout into something that's along those lines for sure. I don't know if it's going to necessarily be like the movie gimmick, but as far as a power couple, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, definitely. I love their theme song, by the way. Great opening.
Great
opening for our show this week.
Yeah.
Definitely. So let's jump ahead because
we have to, Craig, because we have this rivalry with the Wrestling Nerds Alliance now, and we need our power of love, between us.
No, we don't need
Why
that.
Not?
Why do we need to love each other?
Because I love you, Craig. You're my friend.
God damn it.
As 2 straight, awesome men, I'm allowed to say that.
I think you might be the first man to ever tell me you love me.
Even your dad?
No.
Oh, man.
No. That's kind of like we're Irish. We don't talk about love. We don't talk about feelings in an Irish family. You should know that.
I should. You're right.
All right, let's jump ahead. There's so many fucking terrible matches on this card. I just don't even give a shit.
I'm going to just start up the next one. Just go up, I guess.
All right.
Maybe the tag team match.
All right, we'll go for the tag team match. So the Usos are defending the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the New Day. I've kind of soured on this feud already. I don't know why. I don't really have a reason not to like it. I mean, the New Day was off TV for a long time.
Yeah.
And the Usos have been great as heels. We talk about it a lot, but I don't know. I'm kind of like over it already. And I feel like WWE might be over it already, so I think we might be getting a title change here. Because how many pay-per-views can we have where there's no fucking title changes? There's got to be a title change somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And this is the only one I think is going to change hands. So I guess I'm going to go with the New Day just because I think it's time for this feud to end. I think it's time for New Day. You know, they need their fucking. They got to say the WWE.
Yeah.
That it's a good sound. So it's about time. You know, they lost the last match at the last pay-per-view. So
count out. Yeah, and I think that's the reason why it's been stale is because as much as the New Day is popular, there's not much for me to cheer about when they don't have the tag team championship, right? That's kind of like the allure of them was having the championships and kind of being cocky and upfront about it. Now when you're just being cocky for no reason, you keep losing all the time, then it doesn't make sense. So I think the Usos, I don't know who else they would feud with besides the New Day.
That's a good question.
I
don't know.
I don't think the Fashion Files are going to win the championship. I think it's time for a change. I think.
We lost another tag team this week. Again, we just talked about all the tag teams that have broken up, and now we just lost American Alpha with Jason Jordan go to Raw. I guess we'll talk about that later.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, we have to talk about that. They need to change it up at this point, and I think the New Day is the only viable other team on SmackDown besides. The Fashion File. We keep calling them the Fashion Files. Brazongo.
Oh, duh. I didn't realize that until you just said
I did that last week, too, so,
they should just name them that, actually.
They might as well. I mean,
I don't care about
It's more over than their actual matches, which are usually a joke. So, what do you think, Usos? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think the New Day, it's time for them to win back the gold.
All right, me and Fred actually agree on a title change. That almost never happens.
I know, never.
This card, dude. I'm looking at this and every match I don't give a shit. So let's go to the women's match. We always waste a lot of time talking about the women on the show.
True that.
We'll have a fatal 5-way elimination match to determine the number one contendership for the SmackDown Women's Championship at SummerSlam. So it's Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch versus Natalya versus Tamina versus Lana. I don't give a fuck. That's literally the only thing I like about Lana is her fucking theme song.
I like her for some terrible reason. I don't have a reason.
You're attracted to her. That's why.
Well, she is. I love Becky Lynch more. I hope Corey isn't listening, but Becky Lynch is straight fire compared to Lana. So she's so bad. I like her almost. I'm actually. I think Becky Lynch and Charlotte had a great match on SmackDown.
Yeah, I was just gonna. I forgot about that.
Becky Lynch finally won a fucking match.
Yeah,
finally clean. So I'm gonna go wild shoot card predictione here.
Wild card,
bitches, and I'm gonna say. That Lana is going to win with the help of Tamina. I think that Tamina is going to kick royal ass.
You're wrong.
And Lana's going to sneak in and get that victory. So,
I hope you're wrong.
That's where I'm going with here.
I really
Seems
hope
like the
wrong.
most entertaining thing I could think of. I don't give a shit.
But Lana had like 3 fucking title matches in the last fucking month. I mean...
That's why it's wild card.
Yeah, wild card, bitches. This is tough, man. I have no idea what direction they're going with the SmackDown title. At least like the Raw Women's title, I kind of can figure it out and do like a long-term guess of this. Yeah. But like for the SmackDown side, it's the same fucking 5 or 6 people in every match. They did the same match last month, except take Lana out and you put Naomi in. It was the same fucking match. I don't know. I'm picking it out of a hat at this point. I'm gonna go with Natalya. Natalya, because I don't fucking care.
Cena's going to win on Periscope. Well, he's not in that match, but the next one he
maybe
might.
Cena could win. I could see
It is
Cena.
Super Cena. Yeah, he could actually.
He could be the first man to ever hold the women's championship, so you never know. Well, actually, that would be second. Harvey Whippleman, of course.
Now, do you think there's a chance that fucking Carmella will cash in at all for any reason?
Well, I mean, usually, that's a good idea, but Naomi's not wrestling.
Oh, duh, she's not wrestling.
She's not wrestling, but maybe she'll be there. I think she said she will confront whoever wins the match. Yeah, you know what? Maybe that could happen. I could see that happening.
I was going to say it might happen in SummerSlam.
That's actually a good idea. No,
I just feel like it would be a bigger pop if she cashed in at SummerSlam because it's like New York and she's Staten Island,
right?
That too.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think. I forgot she's from Staten Island.
Plus, like I'm sure like James Ellsworth would be crazy over.
I'm thinking because when you said that, it reminded me that Naomi said something along the lines of, I'll be there at Battleground to basically watch it firsthand. So she's going to be there. She'll be in attendance. Maybe she'll be doing commentary. Maybe she'll have a fucking seat next to ringside. I don't know. Maybe she gets into the ring to confront them, and maybe, like, somebody jumps her, like Tamina and Lana. Like, they're forming some kind of alliance right now.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happens here. I don't know. That's a good thought. It's kind of hard to throw a prediction in when you have the fucking wild card of Money in the Bank out there. We've said wild card like 100 times. Somebody's saying the flag match will be cool, so we might as well talk about that next, I guess.
Yeah.
So 2 weeks ago, John Cena and Rusev made their returns. We didn't get to talk about this at all last week, so we might as well talk about it now. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm so tired of the John Cena Pro USA fucking shtick they've been doing for the last 5 years, and him burying Rusev at every fucking corner.
It's so odd because it's like,
I know.
I mean, I kind of like Cena around. I mean, apparently he's a free agent, but he hasn't shown up on fucking Raw at least
what's
once,
up with
so
that?
I don't know what the fuck they're going with there.
Why'd they do that?
Odd. I guess like they could squeeze him in and ratings are low, throw Cena in there. Like,
you know what that means? He'll be on Raw this Monday, probably. Because we're talking about it.
Now we're talking about
right.
it. So, I feel like the whole type of, these nationality rivalries are so, like, cliche, and they don't make sense either.
Yeah,
like,
it's a dated concept, too. Like,
yeah, last one worked with, like, maybe Jinder Mahal. I'm, like, maybe being gracious with that, I think,
Yeah, no, you're being gracious. You're definitely being gracious. Because India, we don't have any fucking issues with India. Like, did
I say Jinder Mahal?
Yeah,
and then, I'm sorry, Muhammad Hassan.
Okay.
I don't know why I said Jinder. That was weird.
Racial profile.
I mean, gracious. Maybe it was like Muhammad Hassan. It was like the last one that really like had any type of genuine heat, I guess.
I mean, how many years? I mean, I get that this is like an old school. This is like an old school wrestling angle. The Foreigner is the heel. Hulk Hogan's the face. He's carrying the flag. Freaking Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I get it. It's like a dated. It's like the carnival aspect of wrestling. That's like. We should be past this
Mr.
point.
Mr. Man
now.
with a turban, grr, he's mean.
Like, he doesn't look like me. I don't like him. Like, should we still be playing up to these wrestling stereotypes from the fucking Carney days? I'm watching the Netflix series Glow. I just finished it today. It's very good. I'll give it that. But like the main storyline that they're doing on it is a Russian character versus a fucking Olympic gold medalist. So I'm watching this on Wrestling Today, and this is supposed to take place in 1985. So maybe it's time for things to fucking move along now. Like it's pretty much the same fucking match except they exchanged fucking Russia for Bulgaria. He was Russision before that when he was when Lana was his manager.
Yeah, wasn't he apparently like. What was this thing? Wasn't he supposed to be Russian? Like, wasn't he in love with Putin? For like, they always show his face on the Titan.
Yeah, I love how they just like naturally, they just kind of gradually just like faded that away, and he just started carrying a Bulgarian flag because people were like, he's not Russian. That's why. Like they knew
Bulgarian. I guess he's not either. Right?
No, he is Bulgarian.
Oh yeah,
he is Bulgarian, but that's not Russia. It's just not Russia. It's a different.
Close, but it's not.
Right? Yeah, so like it's like Canada is to the United States, but like like it's. If people in Canada go like, no, we're not the United States. No, like
it's terrible.
Free healthcare.
With this match, we got a couple comments here. Rusev's entrance would be riding a tank from WrestleMania needs to happen again.
That'd be cool.
That would be fucking awesome because it was cool. That was the only good thing about that match. And then would the match work if the American was the heel and the foreigner was the face? I don't see that happening in the United States. Good question. I just don't see that happening, dude.
But I like the concept of it, and I feel like
that'd be interesting.
I feel like somebody like something that they would try in TNA or Global Force Wrestling now. I feel like that's something they would try, and it would probably work out well. But WWE will never fucking do this thing. But they should, because fucking John Cena's making references as soon as he cut the promo, I was watching SmackDown this past week.
He's talking about serious.
He starts getting super serious. He starts getting all emotional about, our troops, when Pearl Harbor was bombed. I'm like, okay, so we're going to turn Pearl Harbor into a John Cena flag match. Oh, and then he fucking referenced 9/11. I'm like,
come on.
I'm like, come on, dude. You were in a fucking movie called The Marine. You never served the American forces ever in your fucking life.
It's your fake dog
Get
chains.
over your fucking dog chains that probably say WWEshop.com on them. And fucking stop pretending you give a shit about America, because you don't. You really don't.
You really
don't.
It's all about that fucking Nikki Bella poon, dang.
That poon.
Moist.
I mean,
whose gimmick now?
So again, cool. I'm happy Rusev came back from injury. I'm even happy that John Cena came back. But for them to go right back into another feud that they've done a million fucking times, I don't care. I don't care.
Nah, I don't.
It's been done. They've done this a million times.
I know, this program shouldn't even began. And with the flag match, of all fucking matches you could have, had a kendo stick on a fucking pole match, which was stupid enough. And then a flag match? It's one of the, that was probably, the worst gimmick match I probably have encountered.
Even
generally.
When they said it, I was like, oh my god, no. And then they re-explained the rules where you have to get the flag, and then you have to carry it over a fucking finish line. I'm like, oh
really?
my
I
god.
didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what not Michael Cole, that's what, what's his face said? Who's the fucking SmackDown main commentary?
Mauro Ranallo! No, it's not it anymore.
I wish.
Todd Phillips?
Todd Phillips, thank you. Oh my god, when he explained that, I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about that rule. It's so stupid.
So it's like a flag stretcher match.
Yeah, it's like a flag on a pole ambulance match. It's stupid. It's so goddamn
John Cena's gonna ram the fucking Bulgarian flag into an ambulance or whatever, like Roman Reigns did.
They book these things where, kind of like how when Roman killed Braun, John Cena could kill Rusev, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. And they would still somehow portray it as him. He's an American hero. He could murder him. He could take the fucking pole of the fucking American flag, shove it down his fucking throat. It comes out of his fucking ass,
that's awesome.
bleed to death in the fucking ring.
That's an image I can get behind.
Why is that?
Because he's killing the foreigner. It's shoving the flag down his fucking gullet and then in through his ass. Sounds fucking cool. No. Yeah. You said it. Alliance, dude.
Shinsuke Nakamura is taking on Baron Corbin in a singles match as well. So, Fred, what do you think about this match? Now, I'm always a big fan of Shinsuke Nakamura making any kind of fucking pay-per-view appearance, especially a singles match. And I love Baron Corbin. We've talked about him at length on this podcast. But at the same time, I don't think this match really has any kind of, it's going to have no effect on the long-term booking of WWE. Yeah, I mean, Shinsuke is their next babyface in the making, rising the ranks, and Baron Corbin already has his fucking contract title shot, so he can do that at any time. He could take a loss at any point, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We didn't give predictions for Cena. Yeah. Okay, moving on. All right, so
Racina.
Oh, cool. Sounds like Corey. C-Nev. I like that. All right. So yeah, what do you think of the Shinsuke Baron Corbin thing? It started with the ladder match at Money in the Bank. He attacked Nakamura during his intro, and that's kind of where the whole feud began.
And then each week they were supposed to fight on SmackDown, and then they got into a huge brawl in the audience, and they stopped it, and then they vote. I don't mind the feud.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. It's not great.
I don't know why I'm not more into it. Basically, maybe I want Nakamura to do more.
Right? Isn't it weird?
But, yeah, I mean,
I'm not into it either.
And the prediction's hard because on one hand, I do want Nakamura is the rising star, so I want him to keep the momentum going, and they kind of tease the fact that he might challenge AJ Styles for the United States Championship at some point. They had a backstage little segment on SmackDown. And on the other hand, Baron Corbin has the money in the briefcase, so you want to build him up and with momentum. So is it a situation where like at WrestleMania when Seth Rollins lost to Randy Orton with the RKO, and then later on cashed it in against Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar,
right,
and wins the championship? I don't think he's going to cash it in maybe this pay-per-view, but I don't know. It's a couple of ways you can think about this, honestly.
It's interesting. I always go back to the first Money in the Bank because that one I kind of experienced the whole fucking.
You were there, right?
I was there. Yeah, it was in the Pepsi Arena in Albany. I watched. Edge had Money in the Bank. He wrestled an undercard match against Ric Flair. Which he lost. He lost to Ric Flair early in the show, and I remember being there live, and I was really pissed about it. I'm like, why is fucking Edge jobbing Rick fucking 65-year-old Ric Flair? And then later in the match, later in the pay-per-view, they had the Elimination Chamber match, a bunch of guys in it. Cena fucking retained the title. A grueling match. There was blood. It was still in the blood era. And then after the...
What's that?
The blood era?
What's blood? What is blood?
Oh, I don't know. But every time I hear the word blood, I just want to put gloves on. I don't know why. It skeeves me out.
And I want to stop the match that's being really good.
Yeah, I just want to stop everything. Like if I started bleeding right now, I'd just stop the podcast, put some gloves on, take care of it, and then maybe resume it afterwards. Make sure it's not done bleeding.
Even if it's a really good podcast and...
It could be the best podcast with thousands of viewers, and I would still stop it. We'd have to stop it.
Well, let's not dream too much. We know our podcast isn't that great.
Hey, we had 600 downloads on our podcast this week. 90 from fucking Bangladesh.
Is that right?
Bangladesh.
Bangla who?
But Zayed is from Bangladesh, so
Is he? Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's just a huge fan.
Maybe he just decided to watch the show 500 times in a week. How many would that be in a day? It's like,
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. In 1 week, that's a lot.
It's like 8 times.
Yeah. So...
Where do you go with here? What do you got?
What I was getting at is, usually when they have these surprise Money in the Bank, the Periscope's been coming in now. I don't know if it's my connection on my phone or it's the connection on the actual iPad. Sorry for losing any of you out there. But what I'm trying to get at is the Money in the Bank contract holder tends to lose a lot right before they cash in. Kind of so that you don't believe in them, so you kind of go like, oh my god, they're never going to give this guy the title. Because that's what they did at fucking New Year's Revolution fucking in 2005, I want to say it was. They beat down Edge, he lost to fucking Ric Flair, and then he fucking was the champion by the end of the show. And
you know how they like to come up with new ideas, right, Craig? I mean, they're so innovative. Right, it's a new era, Craig, remember that, too. New, still shitty, but new.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you got here?
I'm gonna
go with a tough one, right?
I'm gonna go with Shinsuke. I mean, how many times, if you really need him, if you want to build him up as a legit star, he's got to win matches like this. And Baron Corbin is not going to be hurt by a loss at any point. As long as he has the contract, he's still going to be a threat. It's kind of like when you have the contract, you're almost still a mid-carder. It's not until that exact moment that you cash it in, and that's when you become a main eventer, and you can't fucking lose. So, I mean, it's been done with everybody. It was done with Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler lost all the time. Miz lost all the time when he had the briefcase. I just talked about Edge lost all the time. Mm-hmm. So, I think he can suffer a loss here and have no problem. I think Shinsuke needs a big win on the main roster. And this would be a big win for him, beating a bigger guy, a guy who's been bullying him, been attacking him from behind. So, I'm going with Shinsuke on this one. What do you got, Fred?
Yeah, I have to agree with you on this because if it was anyone else, I really probably would have had a better chance of picking Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
But Shinsuke is going to be like the next fucking Cena.
Exactly.
Or higher, like AJ Styles. So I can't see him losing.
Yeah, AJ Styles is definitely a good comparison. That's kind of like that's the bar I'm setting for him. Like, I want him to follow at least in that footsteps. Like, maybe next year's Royal Rumble, he's the guy who has the really good showing, and that's like that's what fucking starts catapulting him up the fucking WWE ladder.
That'd be cool, actually.
Right?
Yeah. Speaking of Styles, I guess maybe we want to talk about that match.
Yeah, let's jump into that one.
Yeah, United States Championship. AJ Styles, who recently, a couple weeks ago, beat Kevin Owens at a random house show in Bumblefuck, Idaho, or whatever the fuck it was. Idaho.
Hey, it was Madison Square Garden. We talked about that last week. Not Bumblefuck. It was a half an hour away from our homes.
Everybody. He's gonna. I guess Kevin Owens gonna this fucking rematch. Kevin Owens, AJ Styles for the United States Championship. This is pretty predictable.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Definitely.
Fuck it. I mean, come on, it's got to be AJ Styles. I mean, I actually see Owens, and hopefully Jericho comes back soon. I haven't really heard much rumors about him returning.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything, and that's usually a good sign that it might be coming soon. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm hoping.
Because I think I don't remember the tour exactly, but I remember the tour ended sometime in June. But I think they did like a quick second tour right after that. But yeah, somebody on Periscope is saying, I hope Jericho comes back. In Zano says that.
And then and SmackDown needs some fucking players, man.
Yeah, they really do. They've been hurting, man. They lost. I mean, I feel like we get the same match on fucking SmackDown every week, and we're looking at the pay-per-view, and the pay-per-view is the same fucking match. I mean, Kevin Owens and AJ Styles were in the ladder match last month.
They had a singles match already.
They already had a singles match. We've seen John Cena versus Rusev a million times. The women's match is exactly the same as the last pay-per-view, except replacing Lana with fucking Naomi or vice versa.
Usos' New Day was at Money in the Bank also.
Yeah, it's just like every feud is just like, it's not new. The only thing that's new is Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis, and they just wrestled on SmackDown. So, you know, like, we've seen them all, even the main event, Jinder and Randy Orton. So, yeah, Jericho coming back now, it might be the best fucking time, because it's just, maybe this is the time it happens. I don't know. I mean,
that would be great for SummerSlam, because I was actually thinking maybe that Chad Gable would actually start the feud with AJ Styles. I know it's like a weird feud, but they had a great match, back and forth contest on SmackDown on the July 4th episode.
Right, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and AJ Styles really pumped them up, like, I had a really hard match against Chad Gable. He gave me everything he had, which I don't think that was true, but...
Yeah, it was really quick. It didn't look like you sweated that much.
Yeah, I don't know. You had crazier matchups against John Cena, but... Yeah. You know,
but I think...
But I think it would be a good feud. It would be something that, you know, even if Chad Gable fucking lost at SummerSlam, like, cleanly, which would happen, probably...
Of course.
You know, it still would pump him up. It would give him, like, give him the rub, you know?
Yeah, and I was kind of worried about American Alpha getting broken up with Jordan going to Raw. But they did this, like, cool backstage thing with Renee Young and Chad Gable this past week. And he basically said, like, well, this is just basically a new beginning for me. Which I liked. I mean,
he did a great job with that.
You can kind of tell that they're going to give him some kind of program now. He's not going to get probably the good push that Jason Jordan's going to get. Again, we'll get into that later. But they're at least going to start using him now. You know, you can kind of tell they used him a couple weeks ago against AJ Styles, as Fred said. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to more Jason Jordan, just to fucking put him in one of these fucking feuds at this point and break up this fucking
feud with Rusev. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, why not? That'd be something I'd look forward to. That's a USA versus Bulgaria thing I could fucking get behind.
True that.
Now, as far as predictions go for Styles and Owens, this is an easy one. Yeah, you went with Styles. I'm going to go with Styles, too. He just won the U.S. title. Kevin Owens doesn't really need it. I mean, I know the gimmick is he's the face of America, but that's kind of like, I don't know. When it first started, I was like, I don't like it, but I feel like it's going to get better, and it kind of hasn't gotten better. I've been waiting for it to get better, and it's just kind of been stagnant. Kevin Owens is way better than this. I know he's capable of being a fantastic heel. He doesn't need the fucking USA shit. Again, killing us with the the anti-USA shit. It's just like,
so
it's fucking
saying
overkill.
The same thing. They were saying Rusev, Jinder, Owens, all foreigners that don't like America and Americans.
I really feel
how
like
many fucking times can you do this?
Yeah, did the SmackDown writers go to Raw and did the Raw writers go to SmackDown? Because this is Raw shit happening now.
Yeah.
Like, SmackDown was so good for so long, and now Raw has somehow been 1,000 times better than SmackDown.
Yeah.
So I'm convinced that the fucking writers changed because they're doing the same shit with every feud. There's 3 fucking feuds right now with fucking USA fucking overtones. So enough. I live in USA and I don't even like it that much. It's okay.
Do you think that kind of I kind of thinking that like Kevin Owens is kind of hasn't been as hot. I mean, it's hard, since Jericho left in the feud and the program with them and the stable, the tag team. I know it's hard to kind of bounce back from like that awesomeness that was Jericho and Owens,
right?
But do you think he's kind of lost a step? Like he's not as exciting for me. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
I love him, but I just not into it as much.
Yeah, and I think the problem is, at least for me, it's that like AJ Styles taking on Kevin Owens should be about like wrestling dominance, like Shawn Michaels for the latter half of his career never fucking won a title. Like, you remember he won that title at Survivor Series in 2003 or whatever year that was, 2002, and then he never had a title again for the rest of his career.
Yeah, maybe a tag like a month, and that was it. And it's pretty much it. He didn't have anything.
But like every match he had felt important because he's fucking Shawn Michaels, and like it would just make the match. Now that's what AJ Styles should be like right now. He should just be so important that he doesn't need a title. Just like him having a singles match at a pay-per-view should fucking mean something. Like when he fought John Cena at SummerSlam last year, like that meant something. Like there was no title. Was the title on the line?
I want to say it
probably was. It probably was.
I could be wrong.
But like, you know what I mean? Like it just felt important. The title didn't have to be on the line because of how fucking high profile of a match it was. And like for AJ Styles to be fighting for the secondary title, two former world champions fighting for a secondary title, it's just like it takes away from the match for me. Like to me, once you win the world title, you should never have a secondary title again. Unless you're like treading water like The Miz was for a couple of years. Like that made sense. You have to build them back up. For guys like AJ Styles and Kevin Owens, they don't need the United States title at this point. I'm tired of this shit. Give it to a guy like Chad Gable. Like why the same guys always have the fucking titles on every show? It's fucking redundant.
Even back in the day, or like even maybe before like 2002, like especially in the 80s, especially very much so in the 80s, and then even the 90s too. When you had the Intercontinental Championship, that pretty much meant that you were in line for world title contendership, or like you were going to be a main event guy one day. I mean, fucking Randy Savage ended up becoming a world champion. Right. Bret Hart, Owen Hart, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, The Rock. They all went through this.
Right.
They all won the Intercontinental. Yeah, exactly. They all went through the middle title, and then they went that. And then after that, they didn't go back. It wasn't like Stone Cold.
Yeah.
And like 2000 was like, he beat fucking Kurt Angle for the European Championship.
I know.
You're like, Jesus Christ. Maybe
the only time I remember that ever happening was like when Triple H won the Intercontinental title in a feud with like Jeff Hardy. Do you remember that? It was like very brief.
Yes.
But like that's when they were doing the superpowers. So like Stone Cold had the world title. Triple H had the Intercontinental. Oh,
Chris Cruz just brought that up. Yeah, the two-man power trip.
Yeah, the two-man power trip. That was the first time in the Attitude Era that I can remember a guy regressing down to a lower tier title. But that made sense because they wanted to take over the WWE, and they were feuding with Kane and The Undertaker, who were the tag team title champions. So they took the titles from them. So they had fucking 4 championships amongst the 2 of them. So that one kind of made sense. And even when Seth Rollins had the U.S. title, he also had the world title. So like that was cool. It's like it's only cool.
He did have both?
Yeah, he had it for a very brief period of time.
Oh, okay.
Was it the U.S. or the Intercontinental title? It was one of the 2.
Oh, okay.
I think it was U.S. And it was like, but it was very brief. So it's like, it's only good if you have both, but you should never regress and just like focus on a secondary title. It looks terrible. It's a terrible look.
Yeah, I agree.
It worked with Triple H and Stone Cold. I have to give Christopher Cruz credit there.
I agree. Yeah, I totally. It just should always be in some type of main event at that point. But they give the title to everybody, so it's a.
I mean, you have so many talented people on these shows now. Like, why can't Sami Zayn get a fucking title run for the U.S. title? He's a perfect fucking candidate for a mid-tier fucking title run. He's never had a fucking title since he got called up. He's never had one.
I think, like, I was thinking about this actually the other day. It's funny. Is like, I think that Sami Zayn at this point is just going to be like a guy that just gets people over because he's so good at getting people over. Like
jobber to the stars.
Yeah, like a Braun Strowman, like Baron Corbin, and now like he's probably going to help out Mike Kanellis. Like he's just going to be that guy that everybody's going to love either way, whether he wins or loses. If you lose 1,000 times, no one's going to give a shit. You know, like it's just gonna, he'll be fine, and that's the problem. It's like so I can't see him being that. I would love that to happen, but the more he goes on his career, I don't see it happening anymore, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, they got to throw the kid a bone once in a while.
Throw bones. men. It's okay.
No, it's not. So you went with Styles on the prediction, right? Yeah, I tend to agree. So let's go to the main event. So we have
There we go.
WWE Championship match in a Punjabi prison match. Jinder Mahal defending against Randy Orton.
God,
I don't care. I've said this about every match on this card. I don't care. I like wrestling. Man, I don't care.
But this is fucking ridiculous. Like, come on. What's the point? The point of this match is that the Singh brothers won't be around to interfere. Randy Orton fucking tossed them like they're fucking pancakes. Like, they're not really helping that much with the match. I mean, maybe a little bit, I guess, they are, but really, I can see it like if, you had a big bad bodyguard and you're like, keep him away, you know? Or like if the Shield was around. Keep the Shield away,
A couple fucking cruiserweights who have never wrestled on a fucking, like, main roster match.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
I actually don't even know who's going to win this match. Honestly, this is as shitty as this match is going to be. It's a tough, and like they're going to hold the door open, the ref for 60 seconds.
Yeah,
I don't know why that was brought up, but that's even going to mean anything.
Yeah,
probably not.
There's I think there's 4 doors on the Punjabi prison match because I didn't remember these rules. So thank God, Todd.
Is that a rule? Or is that new?
No, it's apparently a rule because it was on the Wikipedia page. I looked it up later. I think it's either 2 or 4 fucking doors.
4, yeah.
Whenever they ask them to open it, they open it. And it's only open for 60 seconds, and if you don't get out the door in those 60 seconds, that door is now locked. So you have 4 chances to get out of the 4 doors.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ask one door.
That's not bad then.
Yeah. If you open the door and you don't get out, that door is locked, and then it continues for the rest of the fucking match. And if all 4 doors are locked, then you have to climb out the first cage. But then there's a second cage. Why? I don't know.
Reinforced bamboo.
Steel reinforced bamboo. Again, why isn't it just a steel cage match?
Why?
Why?
I don't know, man. Let's not spend too much time because I guess there's other things that are more entertaining to talk about.
Yeah. So
what do you got going into? What do you think?
I actually agree. This is might be the toughest match to call on the card because, I mean, Jinder Mahal. They want to build them up. I don't know if they're ready to pull the plug on this yet. I think they should. But at the same time,
who does Randy Orton feud with?
Right. Who does Randy Orton feud with? Unless fucking Rusev wins and we got that one wrong. Like, maybe him. I don't want to see...
Maybe.
I don't want to see Randy Orton versus Rusev. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to see Randy Orton in any match at this point in my life. I'd rather see John Cena at this point.
Yeah.
He's more entertaining. He fucking tries. You at least see that he tries. You can just tell Randy Orton doesn't give a shit.
It's so, ridiculous that we're watching a main event pay-per-view for the fucking world title between Jinder Mahal and Randy Orton when you have guys like Shinsuke Nakamura, AJ Styles, John Cena, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn on the card. It's just it's like an insult to my fucking intelligence. I fucking hate this shit. It drives me fucking insane. Fucking...
Chris Cruz is saying, bring the dogs from the Taker Bossman kennel match and let them loose. Fuck yeah.
Why not?
I'll take that. Why not?
Set the fucking bamboo on fire. Why not? Make it an Inferno match.
Make it a bamboo Inferno match. Put fucking strap-on dildos on the...
We always talk about dildos on the Wretched Wrestling Podcast here.
It's an effective foreign weapon, a legal object.
I don't know if it's effective.
Well, I mean, maybe you haven't used one, but it is pretty effective.
No, I have not. Brett, have you?
Well, not in a wrestling match.
What have you used it for?
Baking.
Oh, you rolled with it?
I roll with it and I stir and stuff like that. And,
I hope you sanitize it after you're done with it.
I do dip it in
sour cream,
bleach, and then stuff like that. And,
you put it bleach?
Yeah, it's the best way to clean up whatever's on it.
Oh god, I hope you let it dry before you stick it in any orifices.
I always keep it in my office, Craig, so don't worry about that. Dark chocolate. Well, yeah, right, exactly. Dark chocolate fucking, cookies or, donuts maybe with a hole in it, dark chocolate hole. Something like that.
Oh, that's how they make the donut holes? They stick dildos?
They stick dildo on it, and then they bake around it.
That's what they have that in Dunkin' Donuts every week. They're just we gotta get more dildos. I'm sorry, that was too stupid. We have so much to fucking talk about still. Alright, Fred.
You want to know how the Munchkins are made?
Oh my god, it's the same reason, isn't it?
They bake around the bowl gag. That was a stretch, sorry.
Wow. Alright, we're back here. Alright, guys. Who do we lose?
Who did we lose?
Who did we lose? We're down to one viewer on Periscope, so...
Paris just explodes on us.
Yeah. My iPhone just farts now.
It's like too stupid of a conversation. Self-destructive.
Alright, so guys, that's our Battleground predictions. Oh, did we give predictions for that match? We didn't.
No.
We're really bad at doing the
We
predictions.
started talking about baking with dildos, and then all of a sudden, things just got away from us there.
Alright. Yes, this is a hard... I don't know.
I have Dildo Mahal.
I could go either way. Like, Jinder could just retain and hold on to the title, or Randy Orton can win, and maybe Baron Corbin fucking cashes in. Like, those are my two options. So, basically, it's 50-50, and I chose one of the 250s. Hey, look, there's a bug in here. Cool. It's really good for the audio podcast.
Where is it going?
What is it doing?
What an idiot.
Oh, I just flew into the light.
Of course, because it loves the light.
Come here.
Come into the light. Is it a firefly?
I think it might be.
It's straight fire?
Nah, it's some beetle thing. Anyway, we're talking about a fucking bug on the podcast.
Lauren Vasquez from Periscope joined, and anyone who joins Periscope...
Oh, hey guys, we're sorry, and Craig does not look like FARVA. That was a low blow, and we apologize. Well, thank you, Wrestling Nerd Alliance.
Okay,
but the challenge stands!
Oh, the challenge stands. Okay, I was going to call it quits.
See you there!
Yeah, dude, the challenge has been set in ink and in blood, and it cannot be erased, sir. It was not signed with a pencil. So, challenge still on. We can't erase the names, I'm saying.
Oh, nice. I mean, they could have an eraser-mate pen. Those are good.
Yeah. That's true. Shit, you just crashed my whole theory there.
Anyway.
With smelly markers.
I'm just gonna throw...
Oh, shit!
Whoa.
Craig looks like Corey? Are you kidding me? That is a low blow, my friend.
For who?
I don't know. Do you think...
Go with it. Just go with it. Pick a side. Come on.
It's clearly a low blow to me. I mean, you brought up my...
Thank you.
Girlfriend's name? Corey? Are you kidding me, dude?
But I still don't know if that's a low blow to me, because Corey
when we talk about
might
low
be a
blows
guy.
No! What?
So you saying...
That is ridiculous.
So that you saying me not looking like a girl who's pretending to be a guy...
Pretending to be a girl.
Like, is that an insult to me, or should I take that like I don't look like a cross-dresser? This is hard.
I don't know who you
I might have to sit on this
pretending.
one.
I'm pretending to be
a
girl's boyfriend.
Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it. I got to think about that. I don't know if
anyone's pretending
I don't know
to be
if I should be insulted or not. That's really confusing.
If anyone should be anyone is pretending, it's pretending that you're a meanie, because you're not. You're a big softie. You're a good old softie. So I hear.
As far as predictions goes for this match, I have. I'm gonna go.
Get up in our asses.
I'm gonna go with Jinder Mahal retaining the title here. And I don't care.
I'm gonna go with Jinder too.
Oh,
the Wrestling Nerd Line said they're gonna get up in our asses.
That's Fred's gimmick.
Yeah, dude. Anyone that's gonna get up in anyone's ass, it's gonna be me, and I'm gonna go as hard as I fucking can, because I win every match.
Phrasing?
I win every fucking match, and I destroy anybody's fucking ass. I'm gonna pummel your ass.
Phrasing.
I'm gonna make your ass fucking bleed, dude. Phrasing. Right, exactly. So, at SummerSlam, it's gonna be a fucking ass in a dildo match, and the winner has to bake the other person a donut. Because I'll be hungry. With dark chocolate. His silence means he agrees with me, so that's great.
Yep. That's exactly what it means.
Anything else to end the show with? You want to talk about Raw?
Yeah, let's talk about Kurt Angle. Let's talk about that. We didn't finish with that.
He's pretty boring. I don't think anything happened with Kurt Angle this week.
Oh, yeah, you're right. All right, so let's just wrap it up then.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, no, there was a thing.
There was a thing, right?
We should talk about that.
Oh.
So, on... We've been talking about this fucking mystery storyline with Kurt Angle. He's been talking with Corey Graves and all these text messages.
Remember how excited you were, Craig? Remember how excited you've been for weeks and weeks, saying how Raw is so great, that they're coming up with these new angles?
Yep, I did say that.
And I'm sure the payoff was fucking awesome, right? I'm sure whatever you had was satisfying.
I think we narrowed it down to like 1% maybe being Dixie Carter. I think I narrowed it down to 0% and like 100% being Stephanie McMahon being the reveal in this. And no, neither of those were. What did
so
happen?
What was it? Oh, so Kurt Angle came into the ring and he said that many years ago he was in college and he had an affair. Not an affair, but he had a.
He said he was dating her.
He was dating a woman. And the woman had a baby, an illegitimate child that Kurt Angle never knew about. And coincidentally, wrestled in high school, wrestled professionally, and
also made it to WWE, apparently.
Crazy life. It's like a parallel universe. Crazy. So who could it have been, Craig?
It's gotta be, let me think, who's got a pro wrestling background?
Charlie Haas?
Yeah, that's a good thought.
Shelton Benjamin?
Who's white? Let's go with white people. So, Chad Gable.
Chad Gable. Perfect.
Chad Gable, yes. It has to be Chad Gable. He was an Olympic athlete. He didn't win, but he was an Olympic athlete. Wait, they didn't...
Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, I mean, if his fucking dick was radioactive.
Jack Swagger? Maybe Jack Swagger's coming back?
Jack Swagger. Perfect example, right? I mean, sort of the same way, right?
Wait. No, I'm getting this on my headset. Hold on. I'm going to report.
Please pause.
No, it's not Chad Gable.
It's not.
I'm sorry. It's I'm also going to it's no. Okay, so it's not Jack Swagger. They told me that. Not Lesnar. No. Okay. We're getting people. No Haas. Okay.
Really?
Okay. Wow. No Benjamin. That would make sense. I mean, he's black, right? Why would they put a black person? I'm sorry, can you repeat
Stupid.
That? Can you repeat that? Shh. What was that? Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan?
No, that can't be right. He's a basketball player. Jason Kaczynski? Of Backyard Wrestling fame?
Jason Voorhees?
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Jason Jordan. Oh. Jason Jordan?
Oh.
Jason Jordan?
But he's
not.
He's not.
Not that, but
he's
this.
He's not a shirt. What are you talking about?
No, I mean like not.
That doesn't make any sense. Craig.
No, you're right. That made no sense. I'm sorry. I'm so confused. Wait a minute, Jason fucking Jordan, Fred. What the fuck? This was the okay. I'm gonna
see what goes on in Craig's head at this moment.
Yeah, let me vent for a moment, fellas.
The floor is yours.
So usually what happens when I'm watching a Monday Night Raw and I'm going in knowing something big is going to happen, like a potential big return, like the Brock Lesnar return, like in 2012, I want to say, or potentially, revealing Kurt Angle's fucking big secret, or other things like Enzo Amore's, resolution, whatever. I tend to watch Raw live. I almost never watch Raw live anymore. I've passed that point in my life where I can't watch it live anymore because I can't bear 3 hours in one night. So I watched Raw with a lot of anticipation this week. I had a couple beers. I had a lot of beers actually. So by the time we got to the 2-hour point of Raw, which was it should have been a red flag for me that this wasn't going to be a good thing because it was at 10 o'clock when they revealed this. I'm like, there's still an hour left, and they're revealing this now. It's peculiar. And,
a little odd.
And he revealed that fucking Jason Jordan is his illegitimate son. He's his son.
Cricket.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm at a loss for words here. So I'm expecting a Kurt Angle versus Triple H match, and rather than that, I get neither of those two. I get fucking Jason Jordan, who, if I'm not mistaken, hasn't done shit since he was called up to the main roster. And he also he's black. He's black, right? So, Fred, help me digest this.
And then he also, which is so stupid.
Help me, Fred.
He hugged his parents in an NXT show on the fucking network on one of the takeover shows.
Oh, did he? I didn't even know that.
Real parents. You fucking idiots.
Oh,
so everybody fucking knows this. Well, most people, I guess. But
I didn't know. But I'm sure a lot of people remember that.
His mom is black and his dad is white or some shit like that, I think, or whatever, they're mixed. But, like, it's definitely not fucking Kurt Angle.
So you're telling me... you're telling me Jason Jordan's black mom... Okay, let me get this...
Big Mama.
Big Mama. She married a white man, but also cheated on her white husband with another white man in Kurt Angle. That's so stupid! So
fucking
stupid!
White fever.
Are you guys...
No, it was... No, they were intimate during
Why is
college.
Castronauts asking if we're gonna kiss? No, we are not gonna kiss. Fuck off.
Take our shirts off and kiss.
It's the second week in a row he said that. It's from South Park, right? South Park, right?
Yeah.
Because I asked you what it was, and I didn't remember what it was from. Yeah. Maybe we should take our shirts off and kiss. Dude, I have... Every time I'm expecting something really good to come out of WWE Creative and the writers, they just absolutely shit the bed with a Jason Jordan. What is this going to amount for him? He's not even been a mid-carder. He's been a low-carder. He had a tag title run for like a fucking month.
And he's been out for a while.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't even seen him wrestle a match in several weeks. I mean, I've at least seen Chad Gable wrestle. I kind of would have been okay with this if it was Chad Gable, because he's the guy with like the real like Olympic style, background, the freestyle wrestling thing. Like Jason Jordan's kind of like,
have it or no?
He does, but he's like an amateur wrestler. Like I don't think he had as much accolades as Chad Gable, at least from the fucking video vignettes that they did on NXT back in the day when American Alpha was still on, before they got called up.
Chris Cruz saying he hopes to God SummerSlam will be over the top, awesome show. I wouldn't get my hopes up, dude.
SummerSlam? Yeah, no, I don't.
I pretty much just go in super low key at this point with like shows and everything.
It's always a safe bet.
WrestleMania.
It's a safe bet. You can't ever really get too hyped because
you can't get hyped. You can't be like Mojo Rawley.
You can't get hyped. You stay hyped at least.
Yeah, and even then it's hard to stay hyped. But
yeah, I mean,
it's so much better to, like, every time like there's a pay-per-view that thinks is going to suck balls, it ends up being really pretty decent to good. So maybe actually, this pay-per-view coming up will be really good while Craig spills his water everywhere. I think it actually, I'm surprised. I think this actually will be a decent show, surprisingly, because we think how much it sucks.
Yeah, you're probably right. Again, we lower our expectations, we end up enjoying it, and then when we have a pay-per-view like fucking SummerSlam, we're like, oh man, SummerSlam, it's gonna be so fucking awesome. And then we go to it and we're like...
So, is there like a landscape you think to pretty much SummerSlam, you think, at this point? What kind of matches you think are going to happen? Right now, I mean, it's hard to tell until this pay-per-view was over. We
weren't sure what they were going to do with the Raw Universal Championship last week because they were having the number one contenders match between Strowman and Roman. That kind of rhymes. I never really realized that.
What, last week on Raw?
Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Strowman. Joe and Roman.
That is cool, right, Roman.
But we did say that Braun Strowman was probably going to interfere, and he did. So they're doing a Fatal 4-Way, definitely now. Now they're doing a Fatal 4-Way at SummerSlam. They have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
That'd be a sick match.
Yeah, so...
It's going to be an insane match.
So that'll be a good match. As far as the SmackDown side is, I mean, we're probably going to get more of fucking Battleground here and Money in the Bank and basically 3 fucking pay-per-views in a row. Why not? 'Cause that's what they do on SmackDown. They just recycle the same shit every week. And, I was thinking, like, back in the day, long time ago, I loved SmackDown. When they had the SmackDown 6, Rey Mysterio, Chavo Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero.
Great era.
Long time ago. Edge, all those guys. And then... and then they they ended the brand split and I started hating it and I stopped watching it because it was terrible. Then they split it again like last year and we started liking it. We're like, this is good. But now they're kind of going back to the same old shit. Like a main event is always a tag match. Like, I don't care. Like, I like Owens, I like AJ, I like Baron, I like Nakamura, but I don't fucking care about a tag match. I'm never going to care about a tag match. So I don't care what they're going to fucking do with the SmackDown fucking side. I mean, we just went through an entire SmackDown pay-per-view, and I don't see much changing going into SummerSlam, except we'll have a number one contender for the Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. I mean, even if the New Day wins,
who are they going to fight?
Who are they going to fight?
Who are they going to fucking fight? There's no tag teams left besides Breezango.
Yeah, really. I'm trying to think
Ascension,
now.
I should say.
Ascension, yeah, of course.
They almost have to get a push now because they're all that's left.
Yeah, really. I mean, not unless the Fashion Files come back into the picture, which I don't know if it will, but yeah, they might have to at some point.
Right.
Because now American Alpha is split up, so I guess that's going to be Battleground, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, I don't know. SummerSlam, I'm not really looking forward to SummerSlam.
Revival. Well, they're on Raw, actually.
Yeah, Revival.
I wish. They should be on SmackDown.
I guess they'll take on the Hardys at SummerSlam. That would be cool, I guess.
That would be cool.
Maybe they'll do a Fatal 4-Way with the tag title. I feel like they're doing Fatal 4-Ways for everything for SummerSlam.
Get everybody on the card, I guess,
Might as well. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I mean, do you have any other thoughts on the Jason Jordan angle? Because, this was just, I felt like I talked about it a lot, and it just seems completely out of left field, and it's just a waste of fucking time.
Certainly random.
Didn't you think this was going to lead to a Kurt Angle wrestling return, and we get this instead? How does Kurt Angle re-enter the ring at this point? I think we have to wait till Mania. Maybe you're right. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's not cleared to wrestle anymore. I mean, really, I don't know. I mean, on one hand, it is a stupid reveal, and it was completely out of left field and everything like that. On the other hand, I'm trying to maybe be a little optimistic and say that at least they're trying something where they're pushing somebody new. I mean, Jason Jordan is a good he's a good wrestler. I mean, he's not terrible. It's not
right. He's better than Jack Swagger, but again, he's not.
He's nothing to. I don't care.
Yeah, nothing to write home about. I would have never.
All right,
if I had a list of guys who I think WWE was mistreating and should deserve a push that he's probably going to get right now, he would have been nowhere on my list. He wouldn't have even been in conversation.
Not even top 30.
No,
or maybe
I wouldn't have even thought of him because he's such a new guy. Why does he deserve this rub of being Kurt Angle's fucking son? I'll never understand. I'll never get it.
And then who's he going to feud with? Where does it go? I mean, even the only thing I like about Raw now is I guess they're starting to do something with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, and they're going to fight the Miz Taraj and all that.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to lead to anything coming up. People are like, oh, Shield reunion or blah, 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 blah.
That's what I was saying.
I'm crossing my fingers, but I'm not letting my hopes up. Because it seems too good to be true that they would do that,
Yeah, I think that's kind of what I kind of went on a tangent about that last week. I do think that's the direction they're going with right now. I'm still not sure what the overall the payoff to this is going to be. I don't think it's going to be a Shield reunion just for the merchandise. I think it's going to be to establish somebody as a heel. That's still where I'm going with it at this point. And right now, the way Dean Ambrose is talking, it seems like it's going to be him, and that Roman Reigns won't be involved at all, that's fine. If it gives Dean Ambrose new fucking direction and new character and not being a goofy fucking face anymore, I'm fucking all in. I'm all in.
Totally.
And it gives fucking Seth Rollins a good and he had a great promo. He's like, dude, I get it. You have no reason to trust me. And then he just turned his back and he said, fucking hit me with a chair. He handed him a chair, hit me, and he didn't do it. I like that. It kind of reminded me of Tommy Dreamer. It was
cane me already.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Sorry, Craig. I'm a little itchy.
Itchy in your pants, Fred?
Yeah, it's been bothering me actually a little bit.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it's a little itchy right now. I don't know. I guess we'll proceed. With the end.
Yeah, we might as well wrap it up here. I feel like we covered.
I have to go run to the bathroom, so
Why do you have to run to the bathroom?
No, I'm just getting itchy. I'm just bothered,
What spot?
No, I'm itchy.
Why?
I just want to run to the bathroom. I don't know. My peen area. It's itchy.
Peen?
So
peen.
My peen.
Is that what you call it?
My penis.
Oh, penis.
Yeah, my little soldier is a little,
that's
a little itchy and stuff. So
yeah, it's definitely little.
But, dude,
have you
Yeah, right.
Fred, I have some questions for you now. Now that we've wrapped up the wrestling aspect.
Q&A with Fred Robinson
every week, baby. the love life with Corey going? Now I know there was a little bit of trouble in paradise because I know the nerds out there were trying to secure their place in Corey's
vagina area.
Vagina, right? Right. Sorry.
I mean, dude, I haven't even slept with her yet, guys. So good luck.
Fred, how long have you been with her now?
It's been about 3 weeks,
and she doesn't put out, so she's waiting for the right one, right?
She's got good morals. She's got good values.
She's a Christian.
Craig. She's a Christian. She's a Christian, and she keeps it together. You know?
Yeah, I can't keep it together right now. That's interesting.
Corey been a wonderful person, and Craig, I don't owe you that $100, by the way.
Oh, what was the bet I made again? Let's refresh our viewers again.
So the bet was that we were going to watch Raw and SmackDown.
Yep.
Corey and I.
Oh.
And you said that her favorite wrestlers were going to be Goldust and Tenay Young.
A.K.A. Tyler Breeze. Yes. Dressed as a woman.
And even though she did enjoy them.
Okay.
And did like them.
Oh, she did?
I can't give you the $100.
Oh, yeah, why is that?
Because you only listed 2 wrestlers.
I did. Oh, so she liked somebody else.
Wrestlers.
Oh, that's where I went wrong.
Yes,
damn.
Right. You only limited yourself to 2.
Damn.
The other ones are a little obscure, but
okay.
She liked Perry Saturn from the 1997 WCW era.
That's
when he wore a dress. And
wait.
Also very odd. Brian Pillman around 1997, he feuded with Goldust, and he had to wear a dress when he lost. So,
oh dear,
it's weird. I think that she just has a good fashion sense, where she just enjoys like women's clothing, like a woman, you know.
Yeah.
She thought that it was just very brave of them to dress like a men dressing up as women. She thought it was very courageous and very brave, and very taboo to do something like that.
This doesn't raise any red flags for you.
The only flag I got, the pants.
You
flag.
kind of trailed off there. Can you say that again?
The only flag I got. Pants flag.
Okay. Now we got it. Yeah, we get
like boners.
Oh! I see. I'm glad you elaborated.
Just to make sure you knew.
Fred, now I did say Tenay Young. That might have been where I went wrong. Now on SmackDown this past week, Tyler Breeze didn't dress up as Tenay Young, but
no,
he dressed up as Scully from the X-Files.
Scully.
Now, did she like that?
She enjoyed. She really liked Scully's wig.
The red wig.
Yeah, she thought like how nice it was, and she was wondering where he got it from.
Oh.
Yeah, she was like, that can't be a Party City wig. It looks too nice. It must be a high-end one. And she was interested where she got it. Like, maybe for, like, a costume next year for Halloween.
Yeah, that's definitely the reason she was looking for it.
Totally. We plan ahead, Craig.
Yeah, well. Okay.
I mean, she does. I don't. But.
There's so much to digest here. So, Fred, I mean... I'm going to ask you a simple question here. This is just about you now. We'll leave Corey out of this. Do you have eyes?
Do I have eyes or ice?
Eyes. Pupils,
Yeah.
Yeah. How often do you use them?
A couple hours a day.
Okay, good. So you use them frequently.
Just kidding.
Oh.
All the time.
Ah, okay. Nice. Silly Fred.
Silly.
Fred, now, if my memory serves me correct, you have corrective lenses, right?
I got the contacts in the balls.
Okay, now when you go to see...
Ball contact.
Female Corey.
Female.
Yes. Do you forget to put your contacts in? Because I know late at night, sometimes you get tired and you took them out already, but then, somebody wants to hang out with you. It happens to Jen all the time. My wife wears corrective lenses. Sometimes she goes like, all right, I'm going to go to bed. And then she ends up like, I'm not going to go to bed. I'm going to watch TV with you. And then I have to read all the subtitles for her because she can't read them on TV. Like if we're watching a show that there's subtitles. So, Fred.
That must be a good show.
Yeah. No, I mean, like if they're speaking another language. It happens on shows. For picking apart a random detail. That's right.
Yes.
When you go see Corey, are you wearing your contacts and or glasses?
Well,
usually, just ballpark it for me.
Well, it's very funny you say that because girls have said in the past they're like, "Oh, I love you, your glasses on," or whatever. She doesn't like. She likes me more without my glasses or my contacts on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she thinks I look sexier that way.
Okay, but contacts, like, can anyone even tell if you're wearing contacts?
If you look really close, like when we're making out.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wore your glasses in front of her and then she took them off and smashed them before?
Well, I try not to do that because I want to please Corey.
Right.
You know?
But I mean, how did you find out that she doesn't like glasses? She doesn't like glasses.
Oh, she ran into the bathroom and told me to take them off.
She ran into the bathroom and told you to take them off?
Until I took them off and then she came back out.
Fred, I don't know
She
why.
said I look scary.
Fred, I mean, I'm starting to think you should start paying for my therapeutic services here. But
what's up, Marianne?
You have
you
have a situation, Fred, where you are clearly dating a dude.
What?
She doesn't want you to wear glasses. So that you can't see the fucking details of her face, which is obviously gonna have a fucking, like, mansion and a fucking Adam's apple and maybe even a dick if the lighting's dark enough. You might not see something like that. I mean, how bad is your eyesight, Fred?
It's terrible.
Dude.
I almost got into an accident every time I see her.
Dude, I don't know if you don't see this. It's fucking obvious to me. You've got a fucking guy who's making you take your glasses off so that you don't figure out that she's a fucking dude. How do you not see this?
'Cause you're paranoid.
I'm paranoid.
You're paranoid.
She's obsessed with drag queen shows. Her favorite movie is Mrs. Doubtfire. Classic. She likes white chicks too. It's on her instant queue.
Funny.
Yeah, her favorite wrestling moments are always when a dude dresses up as a woman.
That's a little odd. I'll give you that.
Yeah, okay, so now you're on my...
It's very specific, but I need more evidence, Greg.
Yeah.
I need her to say, I am a dude. But she has not said that yet.
Corey, wherever you are, Corey. Again, your name is Corey, dude. Like, can I... that should have been the first, like, in your head. But Corey.
Really? You think so, huh?
Dude.
I mean, just because her middle name is Michael doesn't mean that she's...
Her middle name... Wait, what?
It's French.
Is it Michelle or is it Michael?
It's Mikel. Spelled M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Like Michael. End of story.
Yep. That's the end of this story. Dude, I have to do this to you again. I'm sorry. I get really uncomfortable having these last couple minutes of our wrestling podcast. Somehow we always divulge into this Corey situation, and it always leads me into an uncomfortable position. So, Fred...
well, no, wait, hold on. Because, like, you know what... Well, that's what Michael is...
Again, I'm going to let you... I feel like you do a lot better in personal inflection when I'm not here, putting you on the spot on the podcast. So,
Perry Saturn, too? Like,
I'm going to go.
Perry Saturn and Brian Pillman. No?
Brian Pillman, in a dress. And again, Tyler Breeze in a Scully outfit with a wig. So
that's only because, like, she...
If you guys aren't following us on Twitter, we're at Wretched Wrestle.
But then there was a thing.
We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/Wretched Wrestling. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, and Podomatic. You can search for us on YouTube, Wretched Wrestling Podcast.
Calculating brain.
We are also on Instagram at Wretched Wrestling.
But it's...
And I'm going to let Fred figure this all out. If you follow us on any of those platforms, we'll let you guys know when we're going live on Periscope or Facebook Live. We usually go live Friday nights.
The men have dresses, though.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian Pillman had a lot of great matches in other years, just not in that era. Perry Saturn, too. I mean...
Wretched Wrestling Podcast.
Why do you only like him for one...
Enjoy Battleground.
1 year. Bye. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, very specific, though, right?
Just let me know when you're done thinking about all this. Okay, just like don't text me for a while.
Well, then don't text you. Well, who do you trust if you don't have your friends nearby? I guess. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess I'll just skill you out then. Stuff like that, and Wrestling Nerds Alliance. You just stay away. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll bounce now, and all right. Enjoy Battleground, and we'll see you next week then. Okay, I guess I'll sign off then.